Welcome to the Mother-Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Aungelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Hey, the next time you are in Las Vegas, make sure you go a little bit away, maybe about 17 minutes away, to the 7 Magic Mountains. I've been wanting to go to this place for probably the last 5 years. And every time I'd go to Las Vegas, the people I were with, they didn't have time, or they didn't want to go, or they didn't make it a priority or whatever. So I decided this time, since me and Paiton were out there, it was on the list. I'm like, that's where we're going. I don't care anything about the Grand Canyon this time. I don't care nothing about some of these other things. Let's go see the 7 Magic Mountains. As you can see, Paiton is there looking up the directions and everything, because it was a little bit out of the way, so I wasn't sure if we were going the right way. But then we started to see the little mountains, like in the far. You probably can't see it from this video because I'm really kind of showing you a little bit of the desert and just what the drive is like. It was nice and cool outside, warm, but I'm saying like cooler than what we thought. And let me tell you something. I don't know why they call it the 7 Magic Mountains, but I thought that it was great for a photo op. I thought it was great to be able to say that you went there since you were in Las Vegas. And literally, it was about 17 to 20 minutes away. And, the only thing you see right there in the back, you see it back there. It's just so interesting. And I like the fact that they used all of those beautiful colors on it. I was happy. We went early, 8 o'clock in the morning. We were trying to like beat the crowd and get in there and not have to, fight to take pictures. And when I say fight, I don't mean it literally. I mean just having to wait our turn to take pictures and stuff. So we got out early because we were actually leaving there and headed to, we went almost 3,500 miles. So we ended up having to go get an oil change because, when you put that kind of miles on your car, you want to make sure that your oil is still good. So that's Paiton walking up to the 7 Magic Mountains. And it was just really cool to be able to, you see how her hair is blowing because it felt really nice outside. As you can see, couples go out there and make it like a couple's day. It was just so much fun. There's nothing else out there really. I didn't feel any kind of fear, maybe like a coyote was going to come up or whatever. But I looked at Paiton and I said, okay, you get my phone and I'm getting a picture in front of all 7 of them. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over there. I said, I'm getting a picture in front of all of them. Now, here's what I suspect. I suspect that those are not real rocks. What I suspect is that those are hollow, some kind of light plastic. Kind of like the plastic they use to make those carrier tub things. And I suspect that they were colored and then cemented together like that. That's what I'm suspecting. The reason why I said that is just because the way they were placed and the way they looked, I just felt like they were hollow and cemented together to look like they were like that. But, I think the one thing that I guess I could use the word annoyed me is that people actually wrote their names and wrote on the rocks. And I'm just like, somebody has to clean that up. Somebody has to make the thing look classy. Somebody has to make it look good for those of us who just want to take pictures in front of it. The sky, look at it, was so beautiful, so blue, just so attractive out there. It felt good. The rocks were cool. I got a chance to take a picture in front of all of them. Didn't block anybody else's view. It was really interesting. And for me, I was excited because this has been on my bucket list for so long. And when I said to Paiton, we got to go visit the 7 magical mountains, she was like, okay. So I was like, okay, I finally got somebody that really wants to go and see it with me. I've seen so many other people go to it. I look up these things, like things to do in whatever place I'm in. And Paiton didn't care about taking pictures in front of the mountain. She was like, let me just take your picture and that'll be your fantasy. But, she took some selfies of herself, but she didn't really want to take pictures. It wasn't a big deal, but it was really, really cool. When I was touching the rock, I was having my Outlander moment. And if you watch Outlander on Stars, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, they touch the mountain and then they touch the rock and then they go into a whole nother era. They went from 1950 something back to 1500 and something. So, interesting. And I had that same experience when I was in Indonesia. They took us to this garden place that had these rocks that were very unique. And I did that same thing. But, yep, there you go. There's the 7 magical rocks right outside of Las Vegas. There's the, ambiance of just different people that were there. Again, there was no crowd. It wasn't oversaturated. People had their pets and everything out there, but you could see people right on them. And I'm just like, why? Somebody's got to go and clean that up. Why would you write on it? If they said put your name on it, then I would have been like, oh, okay, this is cool. But there was no sign that said put your name on it. There was a landmark sign as I was getting ready to leave out that kind of talked a little bit about the 7 magical mountains. If you want to learn more about it, make sure you go and read about it. But next time you're in Las Vegas, visit the 7 magical mountains. And I just wanted to make sure me and Paiton shared that with you.
Our speeding ticket is $65.
You check it out.
Up in Reno,
and at the end,
we were
leading back.
So they're making everything.
Got a ticket.
So they're making everything.
She got a ticket.
And so.
And he was so nice. He was scared to give it a ticket. That's our show for today. Bye. Hey, it's Miss Dawn. You wondering how you can support our show, Mother-Daughter-ish? We have Cash App, we have PayPal, and we do have Vimeo. Support our show so that we can reach out to more women. Our goal is to reach and build a community of 1 million women. Why don't you come on and help us do that?